Hola mi gente and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be putting together part of my currently journal. This is a journal that I use to track the stuff that I am currently watching and currently reading. It's just basically everything that is just catching my attention, and I'm going to invite you to see how I put it together. This is one of my favorite journals. It's one of the journals that I do once a month, and it catches all the things that are entertaining me right now. The books that I'm reading, the shows that I'm watching, the music that I'm listening, the podcasts that I'm listening. And it's also something for me to keep track of, is my memory keeping for those things that are just catching my attention. The setup for this planner, or I should say journal, is very simple. I just put together 6 pages. The first page is usually a monthly tracker for my reading, and then on the other side of the page is where I put all the books that I read for that month. Here you see me putting together all the pictures that I gather to use for this month. I love to use my Siron sticker maker because I can just put the sticky part on the back of my pictures and call it good. I use the selfie printer to print my pictures. The app that I use to do all the layouts is called Pick and I love it because I get to put the pictures however I want it. Here I'm showing you what the 6 pages looks like. Like I said, the first page that I have is the page for my reading tracker. I have tried to have a routine of reading for at least 30 minutes in the day, and I usually do this in the evenings, except for the weekends where when I get up in the morning, then I just sit down and read. I am pretty happy and proud of myself because in April I was able to read 10 books. The last few months I have been reading about 4 to 5 books a month, and this month of April I really went at it and I just read. For those of you who don't know, I love romance novels, historical romance to be precise, and that is what usually catches my attention. I love the storyline of falling in love, a love not reciprocated. It's just the cheesy, lovey stories that just catches my attention, and I really love it. So this month of April, I was able to read 10 books, which is kind of like a big number for me because, like I said, I usually read between 4 and 5. This year, my goal is to read about 62 books, I think I put down on my Goodreads. And I believe that right now, after reading the book that I just finished today, I'm at 24 books read thus far, and I am just pretty excited about it. Another goal that I have is to be able to read consistently every day, and I have been able to do this, which I'm very excited. My current streak of reading is 93 weeks in a row, and days in a row I am at 186 days in a row, which I am very excited and very proud to be able to do that. I think having a plan and carving out in my day at least 30 minutes to read has made all the difference. So I encourage you that if you are thinking of reading and want to stick to a plan, that is the best thing to go, because that will keep you accountable, and then you can just carve out, doesn't have to be 30 minutes, it could be 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is that you have, you can just carve it out and do it. Trust me, your brain will thank you and you will just feel better. I know that when I read stuff that I love and I like, I just cannot wait to get to that chapter. And sometimes I even lose my sleep and I'm regretting it the next morning, but it's because the book is so good and I'm just into it. But because I know that I can fall into the other extreme of not letting go of a book, I have to give myself some guidance, a plan, and just to go ahead and read whenever I put it down on my planner. So if I say I'm going to read between 8:30 and 9, I make sure that I'm reading between 8:30 and 9. If I have any time left over, I go ahead and do it, but then I have something else planned, which is my nighttime routine. So I don't interfere with, with that. Because if I just put my reading towards the end, after my nighttime routine, forget about it. I will be reading until it's like 3 in the morning and me getting up at 7 to go to work. It would not work. So make a plan, stick to it, and happy reading. I mean, that's the best that we can do. Going back to my currently journal, right now what I'm doing is I'm putting down those shows that I watch. And this is the thing, because I read so much this month of April, I didn't watch as many shows. I started watching Firefly, I watched Love is Blind, and I think that's about it. I might have watched, like, for example, 2020 or Good Morning America, but nothing that was binge. Like, I didn't binge watch series after series like I've done in the past, because like I said, for the month of April, my focus was on reading. I didn't watch a lot of series or movies, but I did listen to a lot of music. So I'm going to be able to document that in this journal. I also, towards the end, I have a page called My Month in Review. And for the month of April, I wanted to highlight 3 big things that happened that month. One of them being my husband going back to finally meet in person for his class. He's finishing his doctorate. So I wanted to put that. He has worked so hard and I'm so proud of him. So I wanted to document that. I also wanted to document my reading streak. So I took a picture of my Kindle for that and I put that there. And also in the month of April, I was able to cook more at home and do more home cooked meals. So I took a picture of one of the home cooked meals and I also wanted to document that. One of the many things that I love about journaling is that you set the tone of what you want to document. If you ever hear someone that tells you that you need to journal this way or that way, that the best way to journal is X, Y, and Z, is not true. You do what feels right for you. You put down however you want to express yourself on paper. You just go ahead and do it. For me, is a daily gratitude journal that I share with you in here on YouTube, and also on Instagram. I show you my pictures, I show you what I do, because that is what works for me. Another journal that I keep, it's this one that I'm showing you right now, is where I just write down the stuff that I'm liking, the stuff that I'm watching, the things that is catching my attention. I started this currently journal as a trial basic back in September of 2022. And I loved the way it looked. I tried it and then I stopped. I didn't do it for October, but then I caught it back up in November and I have not stopped since. I love how simple the format is for me. I'm able to set it up at the beginning of the month, and then towards the end of the month, I'm able to print all the pictures that I need, and then just write a few sentences of what that music was inspiring me or speaking to my heart and during that moment. It is amazing that I'm able to go back and just look at all the stuff that I have watched or read. And it's also good because sometimes series has, like TV shows have seasons, and sometimes you forget, did I watch that season? What season did I watch? And it's so good to go back and be like, oh yeah, I watched that, because let me tell you, my brain cannot hold everything as much as I want it. I'm loving this currently journal. I think it's so much fun for me just to, record and document all the stuff that I'm really liking. Have any of you watched Firefly Lane? I'm loving this series. I watched them, I would say like a year ago, for the first season, and now I'm watching season 2, and I just love it. It reminds me of the movie Beaches with my gosh, her name is Bette Miller, and I love that movie. It was, in New York, and I'm from the East Coast, and it's just a movie that reminds me of my youth. And watching this series, it brings so many memories of that movie. It's a good movie. The one that sings "You're the Wind Beneath My Wing," and it's a really good movie. So I wanted to write that down and just put my feelings for that show. Let me know down below what you are watching right now. What is catching your attention? I would love to see what new shows I can watch for May and beyond. Well, this is what I have for you. Thank you for sticking around and listening to me talk about this little journal that has caught my heart, and just listening to me talk about the stuff that I'm reading and listening, and my goals and everything. And I just want to say that I appreciate you guys taking the time to explore your creativity with me, to allow me to share mine with you. And if you like this content, I hope you would give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing so you can follow my journey and you can continue seeing what I do every month with my what I do every month in my Hobonichi, which is my gratitude daily journal, and all the other things, crafty things that come to mind. Thank you so much for your time. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. And remember, it is never too late to start something new. So begin today, have fun, do what you love. See you on the next one. Bye.